to this week's Best Bits. I thought this week I want to talk to you about mortgage broking and why to use a mortgage broker rather than your bank. Many people I see will go, I'll go and see my local bank and arrange my loans or do a refinance. I know Shirley down there, she's a wonderful lady, or it might be that I've been with this bank for 25 years, they look after me really well. The bottom line is these days, the way the banks are, you are pretty much just a number. They put a nice face on it, but you're pretty much just a number. And the banks generally will sell you the best product they've got that they need to sell that day. You've got individual staff who are selling their product, I suppose. And there's some great staff out there, don't get me wrong, some great people in banks you can deal with. But the best way really is to go through a good broker. Now notice I said good broker. I'm not saying that other brokers, there's good and bad brokers, but there are good brokers and there are normal brokers, I suppose. A broker can actually go to a range of different banks and go across their criteria, search their servicing criteria, which is basically what they think you can afford to pay. Each bank has different criteria, and it might be different for somebody who's an older person, a younger person, looking for first home, looking for an investment property, whatever it is. You're going to need to find a great mortgage broker. And I happen to be generating a great number of collaborative partnerships with what I see as great mortgage brokers. I know quite a few all around Australia, so I have in most cities in Australia, I've developed relationships with good and great mortgage brokers. Now, how do you define a good one? It's pretty hard to find out actually, so come and see me and ask me, but generally speaking, you'll find most brokers can organise a loan for you. It's the brokers that can actually go that extra step further and are diligent about looking across a range of different banks. Many might have 2 or 3 of their pet ones they go to for 95% of their loans. That might be fine as well, because there's reasons why there's good pathways for them to work with you on your best interest, but a mortgage broker will get paid basically by the bank, so it won't cost you any more to go to a mortgage broker, and it's much wiser because if a good mortgage broker, they'll be looking for the best deal to suit you, and a great mortgage broker will understand about property strategy. And I work with a range of different mortgage brokers that my clients might have on board with them, and sometimes it's great. Other times I find it very frustrating because they don't work with me. They don't work with me and the client to understand the strategy behind getting a property this time. We might need to pay a bit higher interest rate in certain cases so that we can get a property in a year's time, which may be their plan, for example. Because with one bank want to use this time, you use a different bank next time. And that's a whole discussion about cross-collateralisation as well. So anyway, there's a lot to understand about mortgage broking, and certainly going to a good mortgage broker or even a great mortgage broker to find your best product for yourself is fantastic. One last week, for example, has been digging around and found a great product from a certain bank that's 3.99% fixed interest for 2 years and interest only. So a lot of people would love to switch their investment properties over that product. So if you'd like to find out more about yourself or looking at refinancing, I don't do it, but tell me, I'll find out where you are and I'll be able to connect you up with what I consider a good or even a great mortgage broker. All right, thanks for watching. Cheers.